Evening, strange day. I had to clean this room up, but I just couldn't get into it, so just avoiding it. Still got to go back tomorrow morning. But did get some interesting things. So did you watch the video on the thing that I found? So now I'm going to try cleaning it up. Does my face look dirty? Let's see what's best, Tabasco or habanero. Bye bye. And I worked at this Mexican restaurant in Tokyo. We had a genuine Mexican that worked for us. But I guess once you get used to it, because we always thought that jalapenos were like hot, but he just like eat them like a snack. Also had a friend from Peru, and he used to grow chilies, and he would show us these little yellow peppers, very very small. But I never tried one. I wasn't, I nearly died eating twice. I was going out with this Christian girl. Went on a couple of dates with this Christian girl, and she was nice and cute. And I tried to kiss her in the elevator, and just as I tried to do it, the fucking elevator door opened, and all these people came in. And then I did the exact same fucking thing a few days later, and I just thought, this. I forgot the. But like I said, she was Christian, which is a 1% in Japan. So it's probably best, seeing as I don't believe in God. Get some pepper. I saw something on TikTok. There's all kinds of things on TikTok, and one person was saying, as you get older, you get quieter. Yeah, especially being Swedish, eh? But that's it. If you're not, like, I think I was about 11 or 12 when you realise it's crap, because every time we had a question for the religious education teacher, it just didn't have an answer. All he would say is you've got to have faith, and I was hoping that Faith was his daughter. Yes, we're good. I was considering no alcohol today. Didn't fucking work, but I've got to do it. I'll give it maybe what day's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll start on Friday. Then I'll convince myself that Friday's not a good day to start. I think the best thing is I didn't have any sugar today. So the best thing is to give up the sugar in the bread. That's what they seem to say. Good morning. Are you back yet? Just anyone there listening? Now, what I don't like about Christians and gays, especially in the LBQT, that they're just so fucking self-righteous. Try to be a black person and going with these LBGDQs or whatever they call them. They don't want to know them. So they complain they're being ostracized or they're being that society, LBQ, the queers and the fucking lesbos. So they're complaining that they want their own rights, but they don't want the same rights for black gay people. And it's the same with the Christians. They were saying that the black people had a different God. What kind of fucking bollocks is that? Like if there was a God, would he really let that happen to an whole fucking race of people? Same with some of these black televangelists. They only want them. They don't want to help their people who are in poverty. Not all of them are in poverty, of course, but they don't want to help them. They just want to fucking hoard all the money to themselves. I just went next door to see if I could get a bit of ham to go with it, but there wasn't any. I was wanting any slice. I didn't want to buy a big packet of ham. When you went to school, did you never had religious education? Well, it looks like that Mother Teresa, all she was doing was fucking collecting money to get a sainthood. She was passing all that money to the church. Well, I was thinking of having what they do, they make a special meal. Something that's not usually on the menu, and then they charge, say it's 800, and then they knock 200 yen off. How much is a pizza in is Sweden expensive? I think we just had it as a in the first year of senior school. How much is that? I have no comprehension on what it's worth. How much is 80 krona? I was I'm trying to remember the 1,000 yen, and that's in a restaurant. They're a bit more expensive than, I suppose, the cheapest you can get in a restaurant. Well, this one is like $6, but maybe in a better style. Yeah, I think in a better restaurant it'd be like 1,000 yen. Yeah, between 1,000 and 2,000 yen in a better restaurant. So probably a similar price. Hang on a minute. I'm in a strange mood. So I just ordered that cheese and burger with an egg on top. Yeah, I remember. I remember getting a pizza, and I talked about it before. And then what I did, I put on a fucking ton of stuff, and the pizza, you couldn't pick it up. It was just too much stuff on the pizza. Really heavy. I used to make crust. I think I'm really under fucking pressure because I'm taking stuff into the house, and I still haven't moved things in the house. So I'm got a truckload of stuff, and then I'm bringing stuff into the house when I'm back. I don't know if you know Piers Morgan, but he's a big mouth in English TV, and he's quit because he was saying that I think he got 40,000 complaints to the British because he said that he didn't believe anything that this Meghan Markle said. Well, no, but if you look at Meghan Markle, even as a young girl, she was wanting to get as a 12-year-old. And she's always done that. She supported women. So it looks like she's got more integrity than this fucking big mouth. The Duchess. She's just a... But the thing was, there was a show called Bridgerton or something, and it's about society in England with the Queen, and there was like so many black people in this television show. I thought, this is bollocks. Then when I looked into it, there was so many fucking black people, men and women, just so many. It was untrue. I couldn't believe it. That was quite an eye-opener. I was saying there was a television show called Bridgerton or something, and it's... Yeah, no, there were lots of black people, men and women, in high society or royal society. But it's just fucking... I don't like these made-for-TV specials when it's they're just feeding you bullshit, and the plots are so fucking obvious. This is why I like the Behind Her. Have you seen it yet? Behind Her Eyes, unbelievable fucking show. It's a top show now. It's a must-watch show on Netflix. Fucking unbelievable. Grabs you straight away. And you know you have to like you have to figure it out what's happening, and it just dawns on you slowly what the fuck is happening. And if I see something good, then I tell everyone about it. But it's obviously it's the #1 show, and it's the show that everyone is watching because of these twists. Not yeah, I think there's some. Yeah, I thought I've got an auntie and they weren't fucking very bright and they couldn't figure out what the fuck was happening. In Japan, they actually helped the student, they helped the audience by explaining what's fucking happening. No kidding. Yeah, my auntie's fucking makes a great meat and potato pie, but she's fucking stupid. Oops. Thank you. My dad. Just had to turn it upside down. Wish I had a slice of bread with this. I ended up getting an egg as well. These burgers are called egg in cheese. No, cheese and hamburger, that's it. When I first came to this area, you could get a Gusto hamburger for 500 yen. I wish I'd have brought that bread with me now. So yeah, let's just, there you go, and inside there, and that's the cheese inside the hamburger. This is very Rencon, very healthy stuff. As you can see. Fuck, I wish I'd have brought that bread. I'll have to use a spoon on the gravy. What is Sweden's famous dish that is edible? I don't mean the smelly fish. I mean For example, do you have elk or something like that, or moose, or reindeer? No, they're all, this one, the utensils are always on the table. Other restaurants, when you order the food, they will bring it to you. So they'll bring a knife. Fucking look at that. They'll bring a knife and a fork and a spoon. Well, what food is famous in Sweden? You know, like something like a reindeer or something like that. Reindeer steak. That's why I used to like having chips with these meals, and then I could like wipe up all the gravy with the chips. Lingonberry. Are you sure that's not Klingonberry? Is that the right spelling? That sounds good. Meatballs and potatoes. I'm not sure about the lingonberry though. Well, if you want the moose meat, was it tasty? Well, I've got a friend a Facebook friend in Canada, and I think he shoots all kinds of things. There's a beer called Moose something. It might be Moosehead, a Canadian beer, and that's quite good. Moosehead beer. What is lingonberry an English word? I've never heard of it. When I used to take my girlfriends around to my grandma on a Sunday, we would always have a tin of John West salmon and then put vinegar in it and then put it on like fresh bread with a cup of tea. That was our special Sunday afternoon. The old tin of salmon. It was nice as well, yeah. Jamie Simon. It's such a basic berry. I apologise for my ignorance. Jamie, have you heard of lingonberry? I think if you were to say Klingonberry, that would sound like piles or hemorrhoids. Have you got Klingonberries, Jamie? I can't research it because my other phone's in the house. Ah, okay. There are some red berries here and there around, but I wouldn't fucking eat them. Is it the same or similar to the cranberry that the Americans have? Oh, so you've actually heard of it, Jamie? I've never heard of it. Which part? Are you in Ireland, Jamie? Ken's here. What about you, Ken? Have you heard of the Klingon berry or the Lingon berry? You get it? Are you fucking serious? I think he's winding me up. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's what we were talking about, the meatballs and. Okay, then that's what I've got to do. There's an IKEA in near my daughter's university, so we'll have to go there. What was it with the meatball? What was it? South East England, where all the money is. Yeah, good idea. So I'm guessing that, Jamie, that do a lot of people just go to IKEA for the food? Because I'm going to the toilet for a dump. Do you want to come? Oops, there's it. That's one fart out of the way. This is where I used to sit, in this area, but since I think I found out that where I'm sitting now, that's where I seem to get less hassle with the stream. Sometimes that's a sliding door, sometimes it's knocked off its hinges. Won't be a minute. Sometimes in these toilets you can press a button and it gives out toilet noises, like the toilet's flushing or something like that. But I always thought that if you press that toilet flushing sound and you're in there 5 minutes, the person with his ear to the door is thinking, what the fuck is happening in there? Sometimes it's if they're taking a bit too long, I knock on the door. And I was at this Lawson's once, and it's me. I was at this Lawson's once, and this fucking and this guy opened the door. He's about fucking 6 foot, and he looked like a karate guy. So I just didn't. So I was a bit nervous, but I didn't show it. Mother. Yeah, just forget. The thing is, I'm just very. So nowadays, the thing is that I wash. I'm not even sure if I wash my arse, but it was a really good sweep, a really good wipe, and I just know that there was a. There you go. All done. I straightened this paper out this morning. The paper wasn't dispensing properly, so I sorted it out. We talking or taking? I've already eaten nothing anyway. Look at that. Good boy. I think I'm definitely reaching the age now where my tolerance is getting low for alcohol. But my drinking mate for 15 years here, the cunt, went back to Canada. His dad used to come over, and his dad was like in his 70s, and he fucking kept up with us, and we're drinking a lot of fucking beer. And for a 70-year-old man to drink as much as he did was fucking pretty amazing. Arigato. Arigato. The staff at this, I'm glad I'm back in at the station Gusto, because they just fucking give me more wine than the others did. Yeah, it does get dangerous. No, I'm not talking about getting fights, but like for your body. And I was, because we used to, but we did that before. We did the Nomi Hodai at the Yakitori place. But the thing was, but that's the best fucking night. I had like those three large, I had a couple of beers or 3 beers and 3 large, 3 large things. I broke the fuck, I was that drunk. There was a empty bottle of wine. When I finished drinking that, I broke it on the fucking table. So, but I did have a good night's sleep. I'm in a restaurant called Gusto's. Yeah, well, apparently in Britain, I don't know about other parts of the world, the number of their 20s and 30s. But that's that's one of those things with drinking. There's a lot of people like me, Ricky Gervais, we fucking, to keep off the fat, to keep the weight off, we train and we run. And I don't know, so now I don't, so that's why I fucking put the 20 kilograms on. So if you're in, if you're in your 20s and 30s, a lot of men, they do run so they can drink. As daft as that seems, but it's better than putting on, you're going to be a little bit healthier as well. Depends what you're drinking. Bad Wi-Fi, sorry about that, love. How old was that uncle then, Mew? No, I mean, I don't think I'm really obese. I've just got a big beer belly. That's all. So, I think a definition of being obese is when you walk, your feet point outwards. Yeah, like, but the point I was making you that even nowadays, people are dying a lot younger. You know, I remember one day in Tokyo, I had that Absolute vodka. I think that's Swedish, isn't it? Absolute. Oh yeah, that's according to the BMI. But I can work. You know, I'm 62 next, and I'm still working, still walking. I work every day, so it's not. First time I had the Absolute vodka was in a place called Henry's Jungle or something. Henry's, like a jungle thing in Roppongi, and I took this and I just drank it straight down, and all my fucking chest went cold. It was unbelievable effect, as it just seemed to go down my fucking pipe, and it just all went cold. Amazing experience. Have you had that? I'm sure you. It's disgusting. Well, maybe it's one of those drinks that macho people do when they're trying to show off. But I saw in American culture, and where they just. And I think it's come over here as well, you know, with young Americans, young British people, and they just get someone goes to the bar and gets like fucking five rum and blacks or 5 vodka and so, and they just all fucking have these chasers. Then someone else goes, and he's got like round of 4 or 5 people. In the first hour or half hour, you've had fucking five fucking shots of alcohol. Strong liquor. I've been to this. There's a whiskey festival. I went to it last year. I was drinking it all fucking day. I was all right, but I'm not. But you're talk watching, and it just stays with you. It stays with you the next day because you just drink so much. 7 hours of fucking drinking whiskey. It's I was still on my feet though. It's a good job it's not in fucking Hokkaido or Sweden or certain parts of America. You fucking die. Now you got to drink the best whiskey. The best whiskey, like 15, 12, 15, 18, 20, 25 years. It's fucking beautiful, and it does seem whoever makes it, when it gets to that quality and that age, it's fucking beautiful. It really is. Because I would never drink whiskey in a bar. Yeah, like I say, if it's the cheap stuff, it fucking gives you a headache, makes you sick. But if it's the good stuff, it's beautiful. Yeah, exactly, Geek. Yeah. What about young Jamie? There was all kinds of whiskey. There's a green Johnny Walker Green Label. I think that's 18 years. There's whiskies you would never have heard of because they're not sold in a fucking normal pub. It just drank so many whiskies. Now there was this one, I got into this, big taste of it. And in this local bar, for this whiskey, it was like 1,400 yen for the shot. No, in fact, I don't think I didn't actually. Grouse, I think I've read that. There's Hardbeg, I think it's called, one of my favourites. And on TikTok there was this Asian guy, I think it was, and he was telling what he says. You when you put a little bit of water with the whiskey, it releases certain things in the whiskey, and so that's why it's good to drink a little. So have a whiskey instead of drinking it. I drink it straight, but if you put water in it, which I will do next time, then it releases these certain chemicals. Yeah, turkey, wild turkey. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that one. Oh, yeah, like you say, if you're having these high class whiskies, you've got to have Japanese buying them for you. I think the Ardbeg is. I think it goes from about 7,000 to 12,000. Balvenie. But the thing is, Geek, there are so many fucking whiskies. I've never even heard of that one. But there are so many. And like I said, there are so many labels and ages within even famous whiskies. Like I said, I'd never heard of a green, because we've heard of like red, Johnny Walker Red, Johnny Walker Black, Johnny Walker Blue, and there's a green label as well. Glentronac, never heard of that one. But my friend was Scottish, and he was saying like the export whiskey, and Britain, England takes most of these taxes. They just earn billions and billions from all the fucking whiskey that they sell. So maybe with the oil, and Scotland could become an independent country. Talisker, yeah, I saw the Talisker that was on sale. A small bottle of Talisker was on sale in the supermarket. Many. In fact, it was on sale in this supermarket before it got knocked down. Scotland independence. But the thing is, with Scotland is like Greece, they always get into fucking debt. And do you know why? Because they're fucking pissheads. Well, what's that now? I don't know if it was someone on TV and they were talking about having a special gin session. And but like I said before, someone sends me $30, I'll do a gin. They have these special at the Liquor Mountain. They have these bottles of gin for about $30. Yeah, I think that's in. I think that Botanist gin. I think that's in. That one is in Liquor Mountain. Like I have spent 5,000 to 6,000 yen on Anejo tequila. I've spent that a few times. So I suppose it's, but then again, I was fucking earning good money then as well. So, what did you drink? Did you just have it with tonic, Geek? Tequila makes clothes come off. Or with me, it's any drink. No, but we used to make a. We used to make sangria with like 5 large bottles of this cheap wine, red wine. Then we put all fruit in it, some cinnamon, half a bottle of brandy, and put it there for 5 days. Drain up, take all the fruit out of it, all the dregs of the fruit, and we drink that. The customers wouldn't drink it. It just makes you happy. No, we'll have to do it. You know, tell you what, geek, I have not fucking seen a lime in 6 months. I'm not kidding you. Limes are so rare and expensive here. I haven't fucking seen one. If I was one of these kids with cancer, that would be on my wish list. Send me a lime. Yeah, because when they did have one, that's when me and the wife would make. Was it a cat? Is it called a Cadillac or a sidecar? The when you have when you use expensive anejo tequila, lime, and Cointreau. You know, the best tequila you can have, the best margarita you can have. Sorry. And fucking in America, the limes are as cheap as anything, aren't they? So I will have to get some lime before I buy a bottle of that expensive gin. I am taking donations now. myends@yahoo.com. Yeah, it's a family restaurant, Jimmy. A lime is 10 cents. Fucking hell. In Japan, they're anywhere, but if it's cheap, it's $1. They might reduce it. No, for some reason they're very fucking expensive in Japan. Mew Mew, can you send me some sex? Send me lots of sex. Am I rude or what? That is the currency that I like most. You said one line for 7 sex. Maybe we'll just have one more. 7 sex is 82 cents. So like a sec is a cent, yeah. Can anyone tell me, are bits are bitcoins, are they actually physical? Can you get physical bitcoins? I am guessing not. It's just like someone was. Thank you. Someone was saying that. Yeah, there was someone on TikTok saying that he'd bought like two bitcoins really cheap. Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah. Well, you know, but your digital wallet is just online, yeah. And I guess then you can put that wallet onto a USB. Well, I just got reminded the other day how much a fucking Ethereum is now. I don't know, it's $2,000 to $3,000, and I think at one time I don't know if I had 12 or 20, maybe I had 21. You know, but my son is in a good job. My she's paid most of her university off, I think, and she's bright. So I don't worry about my kids. Send me all your physical money, honey. It's amazing, you know, when Jim Carrey and he says, "You wouldn't like to be rich, you wouldn't like to be famous," and a lot of people like this. I said, "If I kill myself, you win." Oh dear, we've got a coin phobia, a numismatist. What's the opposite of a numismatist? That's all right. Well, I bet Mew doesn't understand what that is. What about you, geek? So, do you know what a numismatist is? When I was collecting stuff a few years ago, Christmas, and they were outside, there were they had all these money boxes full of money, 1 yen, 5 yen, 10 yen. And I said to this woman, "Oh, I said, these got money in these boxes." She goes, "All right, you can take them." And I took all these coins home, and they were been out in the rain, so a lot of them were like really got mold on them. So what I did, put them in a fucking. I put what I could salvage in like a big bowl of vinegar, and I just cleaned them all up. And the other ones that I couldn't clean up, I gave to the bank, and they gave me money back. I got 28,000 yen from this woman's porch, plus air conditioners. So that was a very good day. If you've got dirty money, I'll take it. Yeah, I think, of course, with all today's, it's on my mind when I go into a restaurant. Whether to accept the money back, give them the right money, or tell them to put the change in the box on the counter. So it does make you feel that way. Yeah, I think without a doubt, it doesn't matter how much money you've got if you fucking can't breathe or walk. That's more of a problem. It's the same with these these preemies, these babies, when they go to a lot of trouble and expense to save these premeditated preemie babies. It turns out that preemie babies struggle through their lives, the majority. So they don't have a great life because they have health problems. Same with the COVID. You might recover from COVID, but you're going to have problems. Geek has a Hitler moustache. There was a very good television series on that, and it was between England and Germany. I can't remember the name of the series. Maybe if Robin was watching, he could tell us. And it was where I don't know if this guy is English and he goes to Germany, or he's playing a German character and he comes to England, and it's about this suitcase money. The thing with that was, the suitcase money, a Jew could have put that in his fucking shoe. But what did the Germans do? They killed all the fucking Jews. A few years ago, I found a registered till. It wasn't registered, it was a registered till. And underneath the drawer, there were some old Japanese banknotes. And the difference was with the old Japanese banknotes, they were a lot smaller. But the funny thing is, they had no money, they had no value as to being old, but you could still use them, and I spent them. I had I don't know if I had 2,000 or 3,000 yen, I think, something like that, and I spent them as normal money. I then had like fucking 6,000 reals from Doha, and you couldn't transfer them. So my rich old friend, karate guy, he gave me 120,000. But I think he was thinking, because the value was 160,000 yen, and I told him that I couldn't change them, but he still took them. And then he complained a week later that he couldn't change them. Yeah, but this, I found the other day in one of these boxes, I found like a bag full of money, and there was like 1 yens and 5 yens, and so there's, I think there's about 200 yen altogether. You could have a suitcase full of 1 yens; they wouldn't fucking add up to a lot of money. What's that one? I remember seeing rich people taking a gold pill just to make their poop look golden. Yeah, coin collect. Oh, it looks like I missed quite a few of these. You have no physical money, so what do you do? You use electronics. You're on your phone or something. Maybe maybe we're talking to the Queen of England, because the Queen of England doesn't touch money. Your Majesty. Apparently, something that was in the news the other day was a £5 coin from King Edward, the guy that dictated. No, he didn't dictate. He abdicated. He didn't dictate. He was an abdicator, not a dictator. He was a dictating abdicator, or an abdicating dictator. That's this guy. So this guy went to a fancy dress party, and he knocked on, and someone opened the door, and he was stood there with a potato on his dick, and he goes, "What you come as?" He says, "A dictator." It's an old one. Have all the comments gone? Oh my god. You got a beard now. Oh really? You got? Are they worth something? As kids, as young kids, we all heard this thing. Well, it was true at the time that if you found a 1933 penny, it was worth £10,000. So every time we fucking saw a penny or got some pennies, we were always checking it for a 1933. Now, it's funny you should mention that, because when I was living in Tokyo, someone gave me a bottle of my sponsor, I think it was. He gave me a bottle of sake with gold flakes in it, and so I didn't want to drink the gold flakes. So I sieved out the gold flakes, and I drank the old bottle of 1.8 liters of sake. I woke up the next, and there was no headache. It was good. Now I'm thinking of sake. What's wrong with me? So there is still a lot in existence then. The There's a film with Gregory Peck, and I think it's called £1 Million Note. And so he's got £1 million note, and he's got so long to try and spend it or use it in. So that's I can't remember too much about it because it's a long time since I've seen it. But it's a good film. Well, Gregory Peck's in it. Of course, it's a good film. Yeah, I remember we was in an izakaya one night, me and my drinking mate and a new teacher at the school, and he was talking about his mate who liked his Japanese girlfriend too. Then he said he's always going to the doctors. I wonder why that is. That's some serious problem. Yeah, maybe his nickname for her was Golden Girl. I think if you want golden poop, what you should do is eat a lot of corn. Eat 10 eat eat 10 corn on the cobs. You'll get golden poop. Well, yellow. What you never so the little kernels of corn never come out in your poo. Yeah, I don't eat a lot of corn, but I must admit I was surprised when I saw it in my poo. This is why Mexicans are small. I will be amazed if it's funny. Yeah, just do a search on it, see if it comes up. I'm sure that's what he was called. I think two rich men give him like £1 million note. So maybe that is the original basis on the. Remember the film with Eddie Murphy and Don Aykroyd? Remember that one? What was that called? Maybe it was based on that, or the Eddie Murphy film was based on that. Did you get that joke, geek? I'd be amazed if it's funny. They are this. They are. The Mexicans brought down the average height of the Americans. Oh, is that's why? Okay. Yeah, it was a good film. And who was the girl in that? Was it Jamie Lee Curtis in that film? I think it was, wasn't it? Because she got her tits out, I think. She's got a great set of tits. So what you see now in restaurants in Japan, there's no smoking, so they go outside for a cigarette. Which is, I had a really nice, I bought a really nice jumper when I lived in Tokyo, and it was like half price, and from a posh shop. Really fucking happy with this jumper. But what I had to do when I went home is hang the jumper outside on a hanger, and to get all the smoke out of the jumper. And it was windy that night, and the fucking wind blew the fucking jumper off the balcony. I lived on the 8th, the 10th floor, something like that. And the next morning, I was walking around outside the area, looking at every fucking homeless person to see if they fucking got my jumper on. Bastards. Mastication, yeah. You're supposed to chew your food 14 times or something, or is it 40 times? I should look on Facebook or TikTok, see if anyone's done that, and see if they've got, because apparently it breaks it down good, and before it goes into your stomach, and so it really works well. It's supposed to work well. I wonder if anyone's actually done research on it. He was a masticating, dictating dictator. What did I say before? What? Instigator, dictator. I forget. Yeah, you need to check your shit, Mute. Well, I suppose it depends on what kind. If you're eating all kinds of dodgy food, or you're not feeling well. What's a mekaboo? Did I say that? No, I said masticate. So masticate is like chewing your food a lot. So what were you sick at, geek? You muse mastications. Last order, what time is it? What did you Google, geek? Did any of you see that fucking thing that I got? The gold and silver thing. I'm just hoping it's worth a lot of money, but I need to clean it up. Yeah, I think she also got her tits out in A Fish Called Wanda. Maybe that's why John Cleese asked her to be in A Fish Called Wanda. That's a good film. And Michael Palin, the guy that stutters, he's from Sheffield. Hello. That's a surprise, Eric. I don't think it might be about 8 years, 10 years, I think, something like that. I don't know. It's just one of those things. I think it coincides with the length of time since I last had sex. So, Eric, don't grow a beard. It doesn't work well for sex. I don't know if you, the people that watch my regulars, if you don't know Eric Surf 6, check him out. He's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. One of the better known gaijin in Japan, and interesting food videos. So check him out if you don't already know him. Yeah, burritos are great. Yeah. Uh, I don't. What are you guys talking about? This Mekaboo? Are you talking about Metabo? Oh yeah, Eric. The last time I spoke to you or sent you a message, it was about food eating, food eating competitions. You know, these people that can eat a lot of food, as you can. Are you? Have you ever done anything like that? You know, like timed food eating. Can you do that? You're welcome, man. If you could answer that question for us, pal, I'd appreciate it. You know, like the food eating stuff. If you can you do the can you do the big ones and in times and things like that? Will I go back to the UK? Yeah, because my cunt brothers wouldn't send me money to open up. I've got a pension waiting for me. So I don't. Maybe I can. It depends how. If people are still dropping like flies in fucking October, I probably won't be going back. But once it's sorted out, see, this is another thing. Anyone that's leaving Japan also has to consider, can they get back into Japan, which may be more difficult for non-Japanese like me. So. But I don't know. I'd probably get my face punched in because I've got a very, I just speak out and shout and swear at people, and that habit might continue when I go back to fucking England. So, probably not a good idea. Let's see if I can get one more glass of wine. because I just haven't got enough troubles. He never fucking said to me, "Do last orders?" No, but he's still on the fucking. He's still there. Maybe it was last order for food. So I've got drinking problems. I. Yeah, so Eric is also a runner. He does marathons as well. And we have a mutual friend, a very charming lady, whose name won't come to you in the morning. And I think he managed to get her to do a marathon. If you're still there, what's her name? The lovely American lady with the brilliant smile. And so they managed to do a marathon as well. Thank you, sir. You're a good man. No. Thank you, sir. I don't. The thing is, when you go back, if you live in Asia or an interesting country like Japan or China, you go into the pub and they'll say that if you go with like a friend or a relative and they go, "Oh, this is Gary. Apart from being a cunt, he's also been in Japan for the last 30 years." Now, some people will find it interesting and say, "Oh, really? What's it like? What did you do? How did you go on?" and blah, blah, blah. And you say, "Well, can you be specific?" Because there's lots of fucking things. And if you start to talk about it, you start to talk about your experiences in Japan or wherever you've been, there'll always be a load of cunts that are fucking jealous and want to cause trouble. So you're best off saying fucking nothing. Because the mindset of these people that haven't been out, there's a lot of people wherever you live, especially America, they haven't been out of their fucking city. They spent most of their life. Most of my family are still live in Sheffield. Most of them, both sides, mum's side, dad's side. Most of I think out of all the brothers and sisters and grandkids, one guy went to Australia, another girl went to Australia, our uncle went to the northeast, but he's back in Sheffield. So they don't, But I think in America, like especially if they've gone to college, they just fucking. I think if they've gone to college, the graduates, they're fucking all over the place like dog shit. I'm 61. I've only just seen these questions. What's the point about what, mate? Sometimes you don't have to have a point. Yeah. But I'm just going back to these because these quotes weren't showing up. Mekabu, I've never heard of Mekabu. No, but you can eat quite a lot, can't you, Eric? I've seen some of your videos. You can eat a lot of food, mate. I certainly couldn't eat what you eat. Work life is, well, the price of scrap has gone back up, Eric, so it's getting better for me. So the first time in about 3 years, mate. Well, you're a bit younger than me, aren't you, Eric? Yeah, I've been watching. There's a couple of people I've been watching in England, and there was a young girl, very slender, like the one in Japan, very slender girl. In fact, she's like both hands and just putting it away. And then there's an English from Yorkshire, same place as me, and he's a young guy. He's a good-looking guy, got a massive beard, and he's a nice guy, and he's got like 1 million subscribers. So it is popular. It is popular, but but maybe that girl, she was a weightlifter, I think, and then she got into it. Now there's one thing that I wish I hadn't done, was like ask too many questions about the competitive eaters' toilet problems once they've done eating. Because if they're eating like 2, 3, 4, 5, you get out a little sausage of a poo, which is about 100 grams. So God knows what it's like when you're shoving several kilos of poop out. But anyway, I digress. Forget the fuck, mate. '57 this year. Are you still at? How was your university job? You still teaching there, yeah? Let's talk about cunts, not food. Is that really Eric? I don't know. I don't know. Did I say cunts? Let's talk about cunts, not food. Now, you want me to mention Victor, don't you? No, I like Victor. He's all right sometimes. Yeah, yeah, that's it. It's everyone's different. But the scary thing now in America is that Asians are being attacked. That's not good because it's related to the COVID problem. But I'm sure that those people, those Asians in America, probably have been there a long time, and really they don't, they're not responsible for the COVID problem. Oh my God, it's that little thing on my table. Do a Gusto video with the 100 yen wines, and now the beer is 200 yen from 10:30 in the morning till 7, 8 o'clock at night. So I guess it's always good knocking a few back. But like I said, I've been watching TikTok, and there are a few gaijin female. There are a few female foreign ladies on there, and they do seem to get maybe not as bad as India, but they do seem to get a lot of hassle from Japanese guys, maybe even non-Japanese guys. Well, what's that other thing I was going to say? Yeah, it's better than India. Did I say that? India's really dodgy. But there was another thing that all these girls are saying that they're lonely, blah blah blah, because I think I don't know. Eric might have an opinion on this, but if you're if you're a foreign guy here, if you're a Western guy, if you're a Western guy, they tend to go for the Japanese women. They want a Japanese girlfriend or a Japanese fuck, whereas they're not really interested in the American women because they're the largest. They're the largest number. Because the Brazilian women, they have the Brazilian boyfriends, but the American women and the European women tend to get looked over. But if I send them a letter saying, "I'll bang you," they're just not interested. What, are they lonely? Are they not lonely? Oh, you want to time out me? Don't tell me this is Walter. All online. Wow. My daughter goes into. I'm missing a lot of these while I'm talking. Probably like black backdoor intercourse. Oh. No, I made you a moderator. See you later, geek. It's probably gone now. Lose your TVs, people. Yeah, I think I got a vodka and cranberry juice, and I just wasn't really impressed with it. I think I remember when cranberry juice first came to Japan. I think there was like a very massive cranberry juice crop, and the American government persuaded the Japanese government to take this cranberry juice, and it was on every fucking menu all over the place. Oh yeah, that Eric, check if you got Netflix. Check out Behind Her Eyes. Very good series. I'm telling this to everybody. Yeah, I spoke to Victor a couple of weeks ago, so we've got to meet up. We're going to do another talk at the shrine. I think that's what you need to be articulate. And then he went fucking haywire, taking too many drugs. Just shows you everyone who seems brilliant, like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, they're all fallible. Is it fallible? The Queen too. Maybe Queen's the only greatest person in the world. The Queen, 93, still rocking. Competitive eater poo. Oh my god, who we got here? Super. Yeah, I've just noticed that word recently. Super straight. You're on TikTok, super straight. So, super straight. Do you know what super straight is, Mew Mew? Super straight is like it's a man that will only go with women. He will not go with trans women. Obviously, he's never seen some of these Thai trans women. I don't. Yeah, it's got to be. I think this problem with a trans woman, and they've still got their willy, is if it's bigger than yours, that's not going to make you feel good, is it? Super straight. That's the new word. Super straight. I'm going to the supermarket next door. I'm gonna buy some super straight tea. Check out my straight tea video. Straight tea keeps you straight, and in my job, you need it. Mew, I thought you were a moderator. Look at some of these comments. Yeah, I think that, wherever you are, if you're different from 90% of the population, you're going to get looked at. Look at this. Do you think I get looked at? They do. He does get noticed. And then a lot of people go, oh, it's that fucking arsehole. So. Yeah, I'm working up towards it. I think Eric's been drinking today. Maybe, don't you think, like this hikikomori, or as I like to call them, higashikomaki people, that stay in their rooms, this is their chance to shine, because they know what it's like to stay in a confined space, apart from the people on death row as well, in Japan. But they know what it's like. They should be fucking interviewing these people and giving advice. They should be giving advice what it's like to stay in your room fucking 24 hours a day. Make them famous. I think that is the worst. That is the worst thing when you think that your kid might be fucking got higashikomaki. Yeah, you can buy one if you want, or I can send one to you. I've probably still got about 40 or 50 of these. Red, black. Higashikomaki is like is a part of town. It means East Komaki. But hikikomori, so that higashikomaki just reminds me of that. So I say it for a joke. Now I've got the smallest T-shirt is medium, I think. Yeah, but a good thing now though is you can wear a mask when you come to Japan, and it's very normal. Hopefully I've got some money. You could have it. Oh, just enough money. Thank you. That is brilliant. They come to your table and take your fucking money. That's brilliant. Of course, it would be better if they came to your table and gave you money. No, these are Western sizes. No, if you've got that sort of problem where you thank you, where you be especially being attractive as well, so being blonde and attractive, you would get a lot of attention. Same problem with me. Where's Mew Mew? Shut up! I'll send you the fucking t-shirt. You reminded me of my neighbour. I offered to fucking fix my neighbour's bike, give her a fucking free